Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome to a new episode of Diablo 4. So in this episode, I want to go over basically my character and what I've been doing for the minions, because people have been asking like, what's my build, and I just want to make a video going straight into it. So you can open up our abilities like this, and then in the beginning, you level 1, you get a skill point. I put it in Reap. I tried a bunch of them. They were fine. You can use a bunch of different ones, but Reap, because we had our skellies in the beginning and you could just use them for the single target, and then I used Reap to hit, and then I would get this ability. So if I reaped, then I gained 30 attack speed, and that was a lot. And 30% of your attack speed is applied to the minions, so this is a damage boost for the minions. And then I did Blood Surge next. I tried a bunch. You can do other things, but I did Blood Surge as my core skill, and it heals you when you use it, and it's like Ice Nova, so it's pretty good. And then you can get it to heal you, and you can get it to do this overpower on the 5th Blood Surge. You keep using it, and when it hits an enemy, it does stacks, and then it'll do an overpowered, which is big damage. Okay, and then so the beginning's pretty simple. Pretty normal, and I didn't take this till later. And then when you get Blood Mist, you want this because you can use it during crowd control, and you can't use your potion during crowd control. But if you use Blood Mist, then you can potion during the Blood Mist. So it's like a get out of jail free card. It's just like really good to have this to save you. And then you can also get it that when you cast this, it reduces the cooldown if you overpower, and you can also make it make corpses, which helps you raise more skeletons. And then I did all the points into the skeletal warrior right away, and thorns. Then on the next one, I did all of the skelly mage life and damage right away, and I did Death's Embrace. It's really good, really good. And then I did all that extra investment in the lower stuff like Blood Surge. I didn't do this till later. And then we unlocked all these nodes. These are some crazy minion nodes. So you get a golem around this point. You can get the damage and life of your golem, but I don't think you get the golem right away. So I started with after you've been healthy for at least 4 seconds, you and your minions gain attack speed. And then it was to get minions dealing extra damage. And this one's really good. Your minions cannot lose more than 45% of their max life from a single damage instance. So they can't get one-shotted. They can't get two-shotted. It takes 3 hits, which is really good for bossing. And then this can make your skeletal priest. So when you do a corpse, with my blood nose because of the thing, we can get this offering. Oh, I have to raise skellies first. I was missing my mages, apparently. The thing will do, when you do the offering, it'll actually heal for 60%, where it normally is like a really small amount, but it's after 5 seconds. It's a delay. So this is your form of healing for the minions besides their base regen. And then this is the anti one-shot mechanic, and like we have all the minion nodes to keep them alive and they can still die. And then this is your minions dealing extra damage close to you. They're actually like always kind of close to you because of the AI in this game. There's no like attacking far away and making them run over here, like controlling your minions. It's, you can like see my mouse is over here, I'm reaping, and they stay by me. Yeah. And then after I had all this, right, when I had the golem, I took Bone Storm as my only ultimate. You got all these ones. Army of the Dead is fine because you could take Army of the Dead into Supreme Army of the Dead to re-raise all your skelly warriors and mages. But I like Bone Storm because I got this ring, which makes it so my Bone Storm applies shadow damage, but it's also a darkness skill, and this is the really dumb part. So now I'll tell you my like special part of the build. This is why I say I skipped this at the beginning, because it didn't even... Okay, so my Bone Storm is darkness, you see? So then damaging enemies with darkness skills increases your move speed by 15%. And this is also a darkness skill with Reap. So this is attack speed and move speed, so I can just keep doing it, or Bone Storm to get move speed. And then this also stuns for 2 seconds. And then there's other stuff for like increasing the shadow damage for you and your minions, stacking. And then there's also same thing, more shadow damage if they're stunned or slowed or immobilized. and they stack the bonuses for you and your minions. Pretty crazy for shadow damage, darkness, shadow synergy. And then I actually do have the Shadow Blight Mastery, so all the shadow damage from me and my minions then will apply extra shadow damage. And we get more bonus damage with enemies with Shadow Blight. Yep. And then, so yeah, the Bone Storm's a darkness skill that also applies shadow damage, which applies ticks for this to do the extra Shadow Blight, and then the move speed, and we get the extra crit during it, which gives some of it to the minions, and we get damage reduction during Bone Storm, so we're just so tanky. So this like darkness synergy thing was enabled because of the ring of ultimate shadow. Otherwise, technically this stuff wouldn't be as good. Because this wouldn't be a darkness, it wouldn't be doing the shadow, it wouldn't be giving me all that extra stuff. I would only have reap. Oh, and then very important, obviously, this is just the tree. To go along with all this is the minions. So what I did is I did a few different ones. Obviously, in the beginning, you started with skirmisher, and I started with just having the additional skirmisher warrior. Then when I unlocked defender, I tried out the thorns. I have thorns. I actually have built 465 thorns. It's through my gear. I have quite a bit of thorns. 112 on the chest, 182 actually. There's some on the Ami. I think it's like some on something else. Crazy weapon. I have sockets actually. I need to fill that in. But yeah, I have a lot of thorns. And the tree, I picked the thorns node. So I get 230 from that just from the level. It's ridiculous. And 30% gets applied to the minions. So then defender, you could do 40% instead, but I find it's not that bad. Like, it's not important. The main thing is keeping the minions alive in this game. It's really hard. With all this investment, they're still dying. So it's against the really hard content, not like normal mobs. Normal mobs, easy. It's only like maybe a stronghold or like a world boss, I guess. Every 6 seconds your skeletal defenders negate the next instance of direct damage they would take. Just, that's like core, you need it. Where we're like making them not take more than 45%, that was also like definitely required because they'll just get one-shotted. It's usually like a high cooldown ability, so like they won't get like 3 hit actually, so it's really good that they don't get 1 hit. And then even in this case, completely blocking a hit every 6 seconds is really great for their survivability. And then Reaper is cool too. You could do the you know, big damage with the, if you have those things to reduce the cooldown, or you could have the carving to form a corpse. But I'm not doing corpse stuff because I haven't got blood uniques yet, so I don't have any like corpse synergy, so I haven't been doing that, but that is an option later. And for now I'm just doing the keep my minions alive because that's the main priority. Then skeletal mage against a boss, I'll tell you, I used bone with the bone mages die and leave a corpse, because you pretty much, if you keep your skeletal warriors alive, then you just keep respawning the mages, because they give you a corpse back when they die, and they fortify you. So I was like super tanky, and it was against a stronghold. It was really nice just to, because my minions weren't living, the skelly mages, so I might as well just have an extra free corpse. But then normally I run shadow mage with stun. Obviously this doesn't work on that stronghold boss. That's why it's like, oh, this is actually bad against that boss. Even the extra bolt would have been better. And then cold, I did cold for a little bit, and I was using the essence. It's really fun. But and I even had an item that made it so when my skelly mages cold shoot, they will cause a blizzard or with a cooldown. And it was like 60% uptime of this blizzard. It wasn't that great because it was in one place. It was a small circle, and I'd rather have the stuns. But on a boss, yeah, you could do like bone or something instead for more damage. And then I find these die though, and it's really hard to use bone, and I want my minions to live, and Shadow's really good at that because of the stun. And then blood golem, I did this one for the damage absorb, so I'm like giga tanky. I've showed you a bunch of damage reduction I've built, and then I also have this. So you have other options, obviously. I just haven't built for them. I have the thorns, you know, that's pretty cool. My golem's not dying, so I'm not really worried about that. And this is more about activating the active to get the taunt, so then the thorns works, and I'm not doing that. I just want it to give me damage reduction. Sounds really good. And then you could go Iron Golem, but I haven't done that yet. Just using it for tank. Really cool Blood Golem, and then it works well with the Bone Storm, and like our damage burst combo is insane after. Like my Blood Surge can do 859 and it does increase 50%, so it's actually like 1200 damage, and it's AoE and it can overpower on the 5th one guaranteed. And it heals me. It's like really insane. Really insane what it ends up being. So then that's what I chose for the minion. I think obviously there's way more ways to do it, but for now we're basically like the shadow tank with keeping the minions, trying to keep them alive. And in my gear, I actually, let me show you, one sec. I have 11 minion life, 11 and a half. I have summoning skill damage, minion attack speed. I've gotten minion life 13. Here's another. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm using for now. And it's been pretty good. I want a little bit more, probably like 10, 20, and they'll actually be like living against strongholds every time at my level. Oh yeah, and I just found this ring. Your golem has a 4% chance to reduce its active cooldown by 2 seconds and a 2% chance to spawn a corpse each time it damages an enemy with its normal attack. Like, that's pretty cool. That's the ability. So that's, in this one, it's the unstoppable, drains the blood, dealing damage and healing itself, and then it can do triple if it hits a single target. Blood Golem is pretty crazy. It doesn't do the taunt like the other one, but then it gives me the tank stats. And this one, an amalgamation of steel that slams the ground and stuns enemies. We already have stuns in the build, so like taunt would be pretty cool in theory with the thorns combo. Since I have so much thorns, I could build even more thorns. So then yeah, my gear overall though, it has just been like I got legendaries from doing the obols in that vendor, and then I got the +2 Skelly Warrior boot, so that seemed good with move speed, and then int and poison res. These are just good. Int gives you skill damage and resistance to all Ellie, so int is great, gives you damage. And then I got, yeah, the minion life, and this one gives you a barrier. While you have a barrier, sorry, you have a chance to ignore damage, and the chest plate gives me a barrier when I go to a boss. And then it has the bunch of thorns, and then willpower, and that's overpower, healing, and resource regen. And then you heal for 11 life per second for each close enemy, up to 96. And then I have life regen, not damage recently, healing receives, all stats, shadow res. So this is a cool legendary helm. I got a +2 rank of blood surge, so my blood surge was like 6. I could take it to 7, and then it's doing this much damage. Honestly, taking out 1 point and putting it in another blood surge could be really strong for me too, because I'm doing so much damage with it, and I'm using it so much with it. It's my it's what I use the essence for, right? And that's what I get use the reap to get the essence. And then yeah, attack speed and dex. Attack speed is 30% applied to your minions, and then dex also gives you a crit strike chance, which is applied to your minions. And then the weapon was just a shit ton of damage, and I've been liking life on kill as a form of recovery. I have a lot of recovery, but when in combat and you're killing like, let's say 10, 20, this is hundreds of life. It's really crazy. And then crit strike damage, overpower damage, core skill damage, and then 2 sockets. So I could put more life on kill. There's a bunch of really cool gems. I need to look at that after. And I could upgrade them. I could upgrade my gear. It's not even upgraded right now. I just upgraded my gear to these legendaries, and I could upgrade it in the blacksmith. True. And then we have the minion life, fizz damage, resistance to all Ellie, and life regen not damage recently. I upgraded these ones because it was in a different vendor, but there's just 9 max essence, damage to stunned enemies, crit strike chance, fortified gen, summoning skill damage, thorns, essence cost reduction. But this one, while unstoppable and for 4 seconds after you gain move speed, you don't need this, and I don't have a form of unstoppable. I had an item that could give me unstoppable, but I haven't, I didn't do it because I don't feel like it would be consistent enough. It was like a pretty high cooldown, and then this has no cooldown, so you kind of want to like just be unstoppable, and you just always have move speed and always be moving through enemies and be absolutely insane. Yeah. That sounds bonkers, but this is pretty much what I've been rocking. So I pretty much all minion investment. I started with Reap and the Blood Surge, and you have to invest like all you can into minions, and then they'll still die, and then you need more gear investment, and then I've taken even the defensive route for the minions too, but it's actually really strong. So then after all this, I figure let's run into an area and just show me like attacking something so you can see what it looks like, my damage against some generic shit.
I'm not ready yet.
Because I've done all this talking about the build and you haven't even seen the build. So I gotta include a little bit, you know? Where the hell are the monsters? We're in this new area. Oh, hey, what's up? Okay, watch this. So then I don't even use the health pod and I'm just healing. Like, the healing's insane and the damage is insane. And technically, I wouldn't need to use the Bone Storm until you reach a rare or, like, something better. But now that makes me immune and I can't take it off, right? Nice. Yeah, it's Giga damage. This guy has a shield. Giga damage. You see that overpower? It was like 1900 or something. And then we still have the open sockets on that weapon, and I can upgrade my gear. I definitely should go to the blacksmith and upgrade my gear. That would be really big, and I have the gold for it. Nice. Well, yeah, this was an update to this is like a build diary for my day 1 of my summoner. I heard a lot of people have been having issues, and I can totally understand why after everything I've done for my minions, and they can still die. So if people haven't done as much as me, well, they're gonna be struggling for sure, no doubt. And why was that there? Okay, so yeah, I could upgrade my gear. Haven't done it. And just as an example, this weapon was 774. Oh my god, that's so much damage, and like it barely cost me anything. Why wouldn't I have? Oh my, that's disgusting. 828. That's OP. Yeah. Oh, 52 life on kill as well now. Yeah, that's pretty good, dude. Oh my god, I could upgrade the thorns. Oh my god, can I get more move speed? Oh my god, I think I can. Oh my god. This is so sick. Easy.
Use it well.
Attack speed, dex. Why not, dude? Did it just auto put it on? Why did that one auto, like, come out? I wanted that to happen to the other ones. That's weird. But dude, oh my god, huge upgrades. I got more armor. True. Nice. Well, thanks for watching my day 1 build diary. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you enjoy minions. I hope this helps anyone who was having trouble with their minion survival and their minion adventures, their necromancer. This has been pretty cool, and I can't wait to, you know, hit 47, go to 40, get 50, and continue, get my Paragon, go to World Tier 3, and then my progress, just to update you guys. It's been, what is it, this map, quest, I'm at Act 5, I got my mount, and this is my map. I've done, like, 3 of the regions, and by that I mean, 1350 Renowned, 545... 900, and then I'm into 2 new ones. So I'm trying to like unlock all these extra skill points in the other regions, because you can unlock up to tier 3. So I should fully unlock my map, get all those 10 skill points, the 5 extra potion capacity. As you can see, I'm at 7 already. It's disgusting. So yeah, and then my potions I upgraded to 255. Well, yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye. If you guys are new and you've ever summoned a minion, hit that like button. And if you guys hit that like button, then hit the subscribe button so you guys are notified of the next one.